What do you personally see as emotional and mental abuse?
Talking down on your kids, calling
I
them
agree.
everything but a child of God, telling them that they'll never be something because they're not doing what you want them to do. A lot of parents like to live through their children.
Vicariously through their kids. That is a real
You feel
thing.
what I'm saying? A lot of people like to see their kids play sports because they weren't able to play.
Oh my
You know what
God.
I'm
Don't even
saying?
get me started.
And
Y'all
and,
need
and,
to
and
stop
it's
doing that too. Y'all need to
and it's
stop
and it's
doing that.
sad. And it's sad because a lot of times people don't even notice it. And then when they get in their adulthood, they're still affected by it because they were unable to speak about it because whatever happens in this house stays in this house. So that's why a lot of people are going into their adulthood still scarred because now they're understanding like, dang, I was emotionally and mentally abused my whole life. Didn't even know it. I'm like, that's right there. That right there alone is hurtful. That right there alone is hurtful. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why a lot of adults are walking around here still trying to fix themselves because they finally realized like, dang, my mama and my daddy mentally and emotionally abused me, and now I gotta fix it as an adult. And that's the hard conversations people don't like to have, but that's the hard truth. But whatever happens in this house stays in this house, right? We can't go out here and have conversations about the things that we deal with and that go on inside our home because if so, then our families are gonna, you know what I'm saying, reject us, or you know what I'm saying, it's always being called a lie, but the truth is the truth. It is what it is. But like I said, whatever happens in this house stays in this house, right? I mean, I'm to be honest with you, a lot of people that because I see it happen all the time. I see it happen all the time. People be like, I just raised you how my mom and my dad raised me. That's not how you supposed to raise your children. You got hard love or you got that tough love or they cussed you out and called you everything but a child of God, and they, you know what I'm saying, they mentally and emotionally abuse you. That does not mean that that's how you supposed to raise your children. Raise your kids how you want it to be raised or how you desire to be raised, not how you were raised. Because that's where the cycle begin. That's where the cycle continues. The cycle is going to continue all over and over again because it's never going to be able to be broken because that mentally and that emotional abuse is always going to have a play in how your child is, you know what I'm saying, mentally molded. And it becomes sad because a lot of times we always talk about, well, I'm tired of raising men, just like men come out here and they say, oh, I'm tired of raising women. And it's nothing that they can help because they didn't know any better. They didn't know they was being mentally and emotionally abused when they was in their teen or adolescent years. They didn't know that. They just now finding out about it because, like I said, we're being open to more resources now. So a lot of things that we thought was normal is not, it's turning out not to be normal. But a lot of people don't like to have those hard conversations because a lot of people like to say they're disciplining their children when you're really not disciplining them. You're actually trying to live vicariously through them. And whenever they don't satisfy your image of what you have painted for them,
You get
that's when you
emotional.
get pissed off.
Right.
Come on now. Everybody don't want to play a sport. Everybody don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to be a cheerleader or a football player or a basketball player. Everybody don't want to do that. But we don't like to have those conversations because how it's painted is, oh, I want what's best for my child. Okay. No, you want what's best for you.
Right.
You want to have something to brag about.
Right.
You want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, brag about your son or your children doing something that they accomplished in school. Let them do whatever they desire to do. If they desire to play football, if they desire to play sports, whatever, they let them do that. And it ain't even just about the sports. That's just the God honest truth.
No, but Kira, I've seen this like firsthand. Like there's a lot of parents that like they literally live vicariously through their child, like their children.
Yes.
There is men that like he didn't make the basketball team in high school. So guess what? Ever since his son was 5, he had having his son in the gym every single day, right?
Right. And
She
how you
did
know that
he
child want to play?
she wasn't able to be a cheerleader. So she made sure she wasn't able to do ballet. She wasn't able to do gymnastics. Now she want her daughter to be the next Simone Biles. He want his son to be the next. He want his son to be the next LeBron. Like like and parents, y'all need to stop doing that. Like y'all, it
That's
gets to the
because
point, Akira. It gets to the point where they even try to influence what their child like goes to school for. Oh, you going to school? Okay, go to school for this, that, or the third. No, let
yeah.
them go to school for what they want to do. Let them live their life. Let them. They're passionate about what they're passionate about. Stop trying to like put your failure or what you didn't have an opportunity to do on your children. Stop trying to do that.
But you know what
To the
they do?
parents in here.
They like to carry their children around like trophies. That be the problem. You want to carry a trophy around, but you're also damaging the trophy at the same time. Because whenever they're not doing nothing that you want them to do, that's when the mental and emotional abuse start. And that's when you start to compare them to you, and and that's the problem. A lot of times people don't even realize it, because I mean I get I'm gonna want to be proud of my child too, but I ain't gonna want to carry them around like a trophy for my own gain either. Whatever they do is gonna make me proud. However they nah, hold on now.
No,
Hold on.
whatever they do that's positive is going to make you proud.
Right.
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 So if your son doesn't want to be a lawyer, if your son doesn't want to be an engineer, if your son doesn't want to work in finance, if he wants to do something else, as long as he's doing something positive and productive in
Yeah.
society, be happy for him. Stop
That's
trying
like
to.
that. That's like some of these mamas out here telling their daughters, "Oh, you need to marry you a doctor or a lawyer." Well, how you gonna tell me what I need to marry and you to marry the plumber? What? Like what? How you gonna tell me what's best for me? You gonna tell me I need to marry a doctor or a lawyer, and you married a janitor? That don't make no sense.
But Akira, that's living vicariously through the child. Like
Do they check exactly?
I married the janitor, I married the plumber. I don't want you to marry the plumber.
I'm just
Go marry
saying,
the
y'all.
lawyer. Go
That's the
go
truth.
go marry the finance guy. Go marry the engineer.
I'm just saying. That's the truth. It ain't no wrong with a janitor. It ain't no wrong with it. But you can't tell me what you think is best for me. How you gonna tell me what you think is best for me? What, like, where they do that at? Like, and a lot of times people, like I said, don't find a problem with that, because a lot of times it's kind of like it's painted as if, oh, I want my child to be better than me. Okay, if you want your child to be better than you, then allow your child to be better than you by doing what they think is best for them. Period.
So so Kira, there's some people in the comments. So Green Bean said, but y'all don't think certain careers are like setting them up for failure? Now, Green Bean, listen, I'm not
Hold
saying
on, wait, hold on. Because I really do feel like the black culture do use military as a scapegoat in order for success for their children. I do feel like that. Because the first thing they do when they get discouraged about their child is, oh, we go to the military. Why is that the only thing that you feel like your child can do to be successful? But see, that's another conversation. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I ain't mean to open up those can of worms.
what I was gonna say though is Green Bean is I'm not saying that if a parent sees their child going left, or if they see their child wants to be a part of something that they know they're not gonna be able to make a living doing, that they should let them just go on and do that. The guidance is definitely needed. You should definitely tell your child like, hey, in this world that we live in, these careers pay such and such. These careers are lucrative. These careers can possibly provide you certain type of lifestyle. But even with that though, Green Bean, if they don't want to do that, like there are people out here, Green Bean, that they did what their parents told them to do. They did what they didn't do exactly what they wanted to do, what they were passionate about, and they don't last. Because listen, like we young out here, like you're not gonna do something for years upon end that you don't enjoy doing. You're not gonna last doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People go through medical school. They go through residency. They hundreds of thousands, $1 million in debt, and guess what? They quit. People
Mm.
go to law school, getting hundreds of thousands of dollars debt, and guess what? They quit because that's not really what their passion is. That's not what they really wanted to do.